Hello there ladies, Nicole here from Nikki's Delicious Gel. So I thought, in the spirit of obviously doing nails cheaply and effectively and also from home, as to not spread this coronavirus, I thought I'd do a series of cheap, easy but beautiful and effective nails. So as you can see, I've done this one here, and I'm going to show you how to do this. These you can do in the comfort of your own home, very cheaply and cost effectively. All you will need is obviously a box of tips, full tips. These are coffin tips, okay. You will need obviously a primer, any primer that you have on hand, okay. I've just got this one. A dehydrator, which you can make with 50%, you just mix it, 50% 100% acetone and 50% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, okay. So you just mix it and it makes a perfect dehydrator for the nail, okay. So what you're going to do is you're obviously going to get your tip, okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so you'll need, as I said, you'll need some full tips. You can get these from me as well. And you'll need a builder gel in a bottle, which you can also get from me, or you can use any based gel polish, okay. You will need an e-file. If you don't have an e-file, I will show you how to edge the inside of this tip, okay. But I'm going to use my e-file, and this is going to allow for better adhesion, okay. So you're just going to edge that tip. You're just going to edge that tip. You can move your hand out the way. Just edge that tip right where basically the natural nail ends. This is a entry-level e-file, so works brilliantly. I've had it for over a year. I've had no problems with it. It's a 25,000 RPM. You can also buy these from me as well. So once you've edged that, you'll see there's a bit of dust in there. You don't want that dust, so you can just take your isopropyl alcohol, spray it in there, and just wipe out any dust. Because you must remember, ladies, gel does not like dust at all, okay. Alright, so now you've edged that. Now what you can do, if you don't have an e-file, you take a little bit of acetone, okay, just a little bit, you don't need a lot. I'm just going to put it in the cup because I don't have some now to. Take a gel brush that you don't use regularly, okay, and you really don't need a lot, and then you're just going to edge that. All right, you're just going to edge that in there and just rub it in there and edge that tip. You'll see it start breaking up, and that's completely fine. That's what you want to happen, okay. It'll go murky like this, all right. This will also help, the sort of cuticle area to become thinner as well. Alright, so if you don't have an e-file, this is the way you can edge it. If you do have an e-file, you can do both. You can edge it and you can use a little bit of alcohol, and not alcohol, acetone in there. Alright, so once you've done that, you're then going to go and prep the natural nail, okay. So my wonderful husband has agreed for me to do his nails for this tutorial, so thank you, baby.
Welcome.
Alright, so again, your prep is going to be as per usual. You're going to push back your cuticles, okay, very gently. You don't need to be pushing it, because you can cause damage to obviously the cuticle area and hurt your client or hurt yourself. In this instance, obviously you are doing these on your own nails. Okay, so you're just going to push that back and make sure that that is all done. Right, so that is done. Just going to spray a little bit of alcohol. I've already sanitized all of that jazz. Just going to wipe that off. Okay, now you're going to go in with your file. Okay, 180 to 100 grit file. You're going to take the 180 grit, which is the softer side, and you're just going to buff that natural nail. All right, so you're just going to buff that natural nail very lightly, not to cause damage to the natural nail. You just want to take that natural shine and oils off the natural nail plate. Okay, so you're just going to make sure that all that shininess is gone. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure, very little pressure. Okay, now there will be dust. Again, you need to get rid of that dust, so you can use a dusting brush. I'll just use sanitizer and wipe that dust off. Okay, now you've got a prepped nail surface. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to use your dehydrator, and like I mentioned, you can make your own dehydration method with 50% isopropyl alcohol and 100% acetone. You mix that together, it makes a very good dehydrator for the natural nail. Okay, so you're going to go in and dehydrate that nail plate. Make sure it's nice and dehydrated. It'll go a dusty milky color, which is what you want. Okay, as you can see, it goes dusty. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your tip. This is a plastic tip. You're going to take your primer and you're just going to put some primer into that tip. This will help with better adhesion. Okay, you're also going to take your primer, any primer that you have on hand, and you're just going to prime that natural nail. Make sure that you don't obviously touch the skin. It's not obviously healthy for overexposure to primer. Right, you don't want to get contact dermatitis and those wonderful things. Now you're ready to apply the tip. So this method is going to allow you to have long-lasting false nails, basically. Okay, at least a week, I would say. But I am going to come back in a week and actually show you guys how it lasts. So you're going to go in and do one coat of your base gel, or your rubber base gel, or your builder in a bottle gel. You can use any gel, okay, that you have on hand. If you don't have any, you can buy from me, but this is just to obviously give you an easy, cost-effective way to do nails from home. Okay, now you're going to pop that in the LED lamp for 60 seconds or UV lamp for 2 minutes. Okay, so now this has been cured for 60 seconds. I always cure for 60 seconds. I believe that that is the correct time to make sure that your gel has cured. Okay, now you're going to take okay ladies, sorry my camera went out. So now you're going to take a dollop of your builder gel or your base gel or your rubber base coat, and you're just going to put a nice dollop in there. Okay, don't need a lot, just like that. Okay, then you're going to turn it around and you're going to put it at a 45-degree angle. So you're going to go into where the cuticle is and you're just going to press down, making sure that there is no air bubbles. Okay, you're going to hold that in place, and then you're going to get your lamp. Now I'm going to do this off camera because my lamp is quite bulky and won't fit here. But then you're going to get your lamp and you're going to hold it over your nail for at least 30 seconds to sort of set, and then you can go into the lamp again and do a full 60-second cure. All right. Okay, so it's in the lamp now for 60 seconds. Once it has cured, what you can do is just go and cure it underneath the nails, so on top and then underneath the nails for another, say, 30 seconds or so, just to make sure that you've got full curing. All right. Okay, ladies, so I just want to point out that when sizing the tip, you need to make sure that the tip fits in to the nail from sidewall to sidewall. Okay. If it does not fit in from sidewall to sidewall and you have to press that tip in to make it fit, you're going to get spillage, and you don't want spillage. Okay, so make sure that the tip the full length tip, okay, so let's just take this one. So you've got a tip like this. Make sure that that tip fits into the nail from sidewall to sidewall. Okay, because if it isn't fitting in from sidewall to sidewall and you have to press that tip down in order to fit the nail, you're going to get spillage, and you don't want that. Okay, so now that has come out of the LED lamp. It is fully secured. So basically what you're doing here is you're replacing the glue that you would normally use to obviously stick down a full tip with the gel. And what's going to happen is that you're going to be able to have long-lasting, almost salon looking nails for longer. Okay, so I already did this one, as you can see. Let's get a little bit of dust off there. I've already done this one. It's fully secure on the nail. It's not going to come off. All right, but now I'm just going to cut this down because obviously this is on my husband's hand, and he is not going to want long nails. Okay, so we're going to cut this tip down. You can use a nail clipper or you can use a tip cutter. I'm just using my tip cutter, and we're just going to cut it down. Okay, now remember, when doing this on short nails, okay, when doing this on short nails, you don't want the nail too long, because then you're not going to get the long wear that you want. It is going to eventually pop off or break, because remember, your nail, your natural nail, okay, is basically holding onto it. So if you've got too much tip, it can break. So for long lasting nails, you want to not have it too long. All right, now you can go in and shape that nail. It's a piece of hair here. And I don't like this wide nail angle, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to just sort of taper that edge, okay, and make sure that you're not hurting your client. So I'm going to go into the side walls and just taper the edge there, make it a little bit slimmer. It also will make obviously the nail on the finger look slimmer as well, because it's not that very wide edge. Okay, so just going to go in and do that. When you're happy with the shape and obviously the side walls, then you're going to go in and buff the nail surface. Now you're going to go in and buff that nail get all that shine off. Okay, now whether you're going to be using a gel polish or whether you're going to be using a nail polish, whatever you have at home, this will ensure that that manicure lasts longer. Okay, and you don't have to use a lot of pressure. It's just to get that shine off that tip, because obviously gel doesn't like to stick to a shiny surface, and I'm going to be using gel in this tutorial. But that being said, you can use nail polish, you can use acrylic dip if you like, you can use anything you choose. Alright, so now that nail is now prepped for gel application. I'm going to go in and just spray, because I want to take off that dust. Alright, and the nail will look murky like that, and that's what you want when you are applying gel. Alright, just want to go in and make that side wall a little bit more tapered. I don't know about you ladies, but I don't like a very wide free edge. I like it to be tapered free edge. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to go in with a thin base gel. Okay, and we are going to, and we're just going to one down the middle, sides. I'm doing this slowly so you guys can see. And then you go to the cuticle and just press down. You don't want to get this on to the cuticle or onto the side walls. Okay, and you're going to do 2 coats. I'm just going to do this one as well. You're going to do 2 coats of this base gel, just so that you can make the nail stronger. Right. You don't want it on the skin, so you just go around. You don't need a lot on your brush, ladies. And then also, obviously, not forgetting to cap that free edge. Right. Cap the free edge. Now you're going to put that in the LED lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, so now you're going to go in with your second base coat. The first base coat, I always do 2 base coats. One is just to protect the nail. The other one is obviously to seal and add more strength. Okay, so let's pretend that this is a natural nail overlay. Alright, so we're just going to go in with a very thin layer of that gel. And because you put your first coat on, the gel is going to go where you place the gel last. Okay, so make sure that you can get as close as possible to that cuticle, but not on the cuticle or on the skin or in the sidewalls. Okay, if you do get it on the cuticle area or the sidewalls, it's very easy to be removed. It's very easy to remove it from the skin. You just take a little bit of alcohol wipe and you just wipe around it, or just take your nail and wipe it off. Okay, so we're going to put that in for 60 seconds. If you've got a UV lamp, you'll do it for 2 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the AS Platinum range number 11. But like I said, ladies, whatever you have already at home, so be it a nail polish, be it a gel polish. I'm just using gel polish because that's my favorite medium. Whether it be a dip powder, it doesn't matter. This can be used, you can use anything over these false nails. Okay, and you're going to have salon looking professional nails from home. Okay, so we're just going to go in with a thin layer. Sorry, my bad. I'm going to go in with a thin layer, not a lot on the brush, as you can see. And you're going to start in the middle, just sort of like that. And you're going to push up to where the cuticle is and push down. Okay, this will be your first layer. We are going to go in with the second layer. And then you'll see full coverage with the second layer. Just thought this color is absolutely gorgeous. It's got like blue and silver speckles in it. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, you're just going to cap that free edge. And we're going to go in with the second coat as well. But these are very easy to do at home nails. That will give you that salon look. And you just want to do a very thin first layer. You don't need to have a lot on the brush. Just a very thin first layer. Okay. You're going to pop that in the LED lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, ladies, so we're going to go in with the second coat. Alright. And again, you're just going to place it in the middle. Fan the brush out. Go towards the tip. The reason why you do it this way is so that you don't get flooding in the cuticle. Okay, and then edge it towards the cuticle area. Right. And brush down. Edge it towards the cuticle area and brush down. You can do this obviously with nail polish, gel polish, etc. But look at it, that gorgeous color. Oh my word, stunning. Just want to make sure that I've gone around the cuticle area properly. Okay. I'm going to go and do the second coat on the punky. Again, you're going to do the tip first. So here on my brush, sorry. Okay. And do the tip first. Sort of edge it towards the back to the cuticle area and brush down. Okay. This way, if you start there, it could flood the cuticle. So you start here and you edge your way down. Okay. So again, you're just edging your way, pushing that product down towards the cuticle area and then brushing down. Alright. Making sure that your side walls are covered. And brush down. Alright. And now you've got a beautiful salon looking nail. Remember to cap the free edge. Okay, and now you're going to cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to top coat these with the AS91 top coat. Whatever top coat you have, you can use. Again, if you're doing it with a gel polish, a nail polish, you use your nail polish top coat. I'm obviously just using gel. Alright, again, we are going to be, there's a hair there. Okay, again, we're going to be doing it from the tip and then edging it down towards the cuticle. Okay, and then brush down. You're going to do that. I'm doing it really slowly so you ladies can see. Alright, you don't need a lot on the brush, and that way you're not going to get it on the cuticles, you're not going to get it on the side walls. You're going to just have enough product on the brush. So as you can see, there's just a small bead on the brush. Okay, again, you're going to do the middle, and then you're just going to edge that brush up to the cuticle area. If the nail is really small, obviously you can just go around the cuticle area like this. making sure not to get onto the sidewalls and onto the cuticle. Okay, you're also going to cap the free edge. Now I always do 2 top coats. One is obviously to seal it in and protect it, and the next one is obviously to just make that nail stronger. Okay, so to add more strength, you can go in with the second top coat. Now this is optional, obviously you don't have to, but I always do 2 top coats. Okay, one is obviously to seal, and the second is to add strength and protection. Right, and again, because I've already applied the gel correctly, wherever I place the gel now, that's where it will go. Right, so you don't need a lot on your brush, like I said, only need a very little. And you can cap the free edge again if you choose to. You don't have to, because you've capped the free edge already a couple of times. There's a hair here, so I'm just trying to get it out. And there we go. Now you'll cure that for 60 seconds in an LED or 2 minutes in a UV. Okay ladies, so just to recap, you will need a box of full tips like this. Okay, this one's obviously worse for wear. These are the coffin tips or the ballerina tips, which are stunning. They fit very well. You can get stiletto tips, natural tips, etc. Then you would prep the nail as usual, push back the cuticles, cleanse the nail, dehydrate the nail plate, apply your primer, and then you need to prep the nail tip. So the way I prep the nail tip is I go in and I buff the inside of the nail tip with an e-file. If you don't have an e-file, just take a small amount of acetone, 100% acetone, not the acetone or nail polish remover that you find in the pharmacy. If you can find an acetone at the pharmacy which doesn't have any oils in it, that would be fine. Okay, and then you take a little bit on a brush, a gel brush or any brush that you have available to you, and you dip that into the acetone and then just sort of edge the inside of that nail tip. Okay, this is going to create better adhesion to the natural nail and allow you to wear these nails for at least 2 weeks. Okay, I have tried this before on my husband and it lasted on his nails for over a month. Okay, Stanley?
Yes.
So it really does work. So to give you cost-effective, salon-looking, beautiful nails, this is the way to go. Okay, so if you're stuck at home and you aren't able to get your nails done at a salon, you can do it this way. All right, so now these are obviously 100% smooth and beautiful. You can go in and file a little bit on the sides if you want to, just to, you know, just to make that tapered look again, because with gel it can obviously widen it a little bit more, so you can do that. And if there's any lumpiness or bumpiness, you would just go in, and obviously there shouldn't be any lumpiness or bumpiness to it if you are applying it correctly. But if you do, you would just go in with your file and sort of buff it, not hard, but buff it, either with a file or with this one's being used, as you can see, or with a sponge buffer. and buff all those imperfections out, and then obviously go in and apply your top coat again. So that's everything, ladies. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps in those times where things are really uncertain. We don't know if we're going to be put on lockdown. We don't know if what's happening. And obviously, ladies, gentlemen, that like to get their nails done and are scared to go out to the salons, you can do this very cheaply and very effectively from the comfort of your own home. It really doesn't take a lot. Obviously you would need an LED lamp for this, and I would say at least a 24-watt lamp upwards, because the 9-watt and 6-watt lamps, they just take longer to cure. But yeah, you can definitely use a lamp to stick this on. You're going to have salon nails, looking nails. As you can see, these are pretty strong. Okay, I just want to actually turn it around so that you can actually see the tip. Okay, this is obviously just got a bit of dust here, but the tip, as you can see, is not very thick. Okay, it's about the thickness of a credit card, which is about the thickness of what your nail would be in a salon anyway, if a nail tech did your nails. And that's why I say put two base coats on the nail, over the nail tip, that is, so that you can just add that added strength. You can use builder gel, you can use rubber base coat, you can use a gel base coat to apply the tip on. It will work, and it's 100% strong. I mean, I'm pulling here, I'm really pulling, and it's not moving, it's not budging, it won't budge. But I am going to do a follow-up on these nails in about a week's time, so that you can see how it's grown out, how it's worn, etc. I must thank my fellow YouTuber Nelly, what's her name, Jamie. She does a lot of these kind of tutorials on the Praise nail tips, the gel tips. These are normal plastic full nail tips, which you can get from me as well. So it's very easy. You can do this from home. There's you don't need massive skills to do this. It's easy, it's effective, and it can give you salon looking nails. Okay, ladies, so that is your salon looking nails from home. Look at that gorgeous bling diddy bling diddy bling bling bling. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more cost-effective ways to do nails from home videos, as well as nail art, etc. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a delicious day. Bye-bye.